Welcome back, and today we are going to be playing out the Spitfire LF Mark 9 CW for the Israeli tech tree that you can now get as a premium. And as the name implies, the clipped wings means it's an LF Mark 9, which is a fantastic plane that used to be 5.7, but with the wings clipped off. Clipping the wings of a bird basically means that it becomes unable to fly, and it's really no different here. It does have its strength. Mainly the engine and the frame itself, it's pretty fast, it climbs decently well. But the main issue here is that when you clip that 5% of the wingtips of these Spitfires, you basically cut the retention in half. And this is an issue because now even if you go 600 and you merge with someone, after a turn or two you are going to be going 300, and now you will just be out-sustained by basically everyone you run into. Now there is a benefit to the clipped wings, and that is the roll rate. It's a little bit more stable, it's a little bit easier to aim, but when you do aim a little bit, you will probably lose upwards to 200 kilometers an hour just to pull lead once if you go like 600 kph. Now you can sit at altitude because that's what the plane is actually pretty good at. You can rocket climb above the entire enemy team and you can wait for them to pitch into you, but the issue is that very many games there's no one that's climbing, or there's 6 of them and they all go head-on with you. And the head-ons are a bit of a weakness of this thing, because if you try to dodge the head-ons, you will simply lose so much energy that you become a sitting duck. More of that in a little bit. Now we are chasing this BF-109 after counting 100 sparks all over his wingtips, and we go head-on with the Yak 3P. I turn into this direction so I can chase the 109 while I merge with the Yak 3. He actually decides to stick the dogfight, and with this engagement I can probably get a shot off in a turn or two, but the BF-109, as expected, turns around here and I'm forced to take this head on. I need to break off, and then after killing the BF-109 we will simply try and reverse the Yak. The Spitfire is very good at climbing early game, and this is why I try to sit at about 6,700 meters. This is a very important height. You need to make sure that you actually hit it, because after you hit on it you can start styling on these hoes. And with styling I mean probably dying and going back to the hangar, because this thing, even with an energy advantage, is a sad heap of trash, and I really don't recommend you to ever pick this thing up. Clipped wing Spitfires are trash throughout the entirety of the game, and I'm gonna be showing you that by engaging this Yak 9. Now, I am above him, I'm in basically an LF Mark 9, and I'm gonna wait for him to pitch into me, and then I will counterattack by dropping on top of him. And the reason I'm gonna play this a little bit more aggressive, I can play for a little bit more distance, but I'm afraid that people dive away, and if I try to chase them, my game is essentially over. It was anyway, but more of that in a little bit. So we pull over his nose. The roll rate here is nice enough so I can actually jink his shots properly. So I roll around his gun, and then we go up. I'm gonna use the flaps a little bit to make him stall underneath me. We pull flat, we pull down. And here, if I'm in an LF Mark 9, he dies right here. He's already dead. But now, I'm in a Spitfire with clipped wings. And you saw that I throttle dropped there for a second. But you don't have to. The plane does it for you. You will lose all of your speed instantaneously. And you will be stuck at like 400 max if you're in a full turn, even if you dive fully down. And you can tell here that the Yak 9U, while I blow my flaps off, is ever so slightly outrating me. But I can dive down, I can pick up speed, and I can cut into his flight path, and that's why I am somewhat catching him. But man, this takes forever. I'm stuck going like 330 while I'm going down in these loops. FU comes in, so I break off in a certain direction so I can dodge him and chase the Yak 9 at the same time, because if I get away from the 6 of this dude, I'm dead. I cannot deal with a Yak 9U. I drop throttle, he cuts his loop, I try to recut back into him, and I'm still not able to line up the shot. So we go down again to pick up a little bit of speed, make him pick up a little bit of speed, and because I lose so much and he loses so little, he eventually actually ends up in front of me, but I'm still not able to pull in for the shot. He blows his wing off, reverses his turn, which is a critical error. I hit the very edge of his wingtip, but it unsettles him just enough for me to just kind of lay down the fire and send him back to the hangar. Now, firstly, the guns don't do anything, which is just fantastic. FU comes in, dodge in a way that I can chase the Yak 9U instantaneously. I need to keep the pressure on this guy, because if he gets on me or whatever, it's done deal. I'm just gonna lose so much energy to him, even though he is completely crippled. that I'm gonna die to the FOU, so I need this guy away from here. Saw his wing off, and we fly away. FOU is now coming in, going triple my speed basically, and we need to try and stay alive. So we're gonna pull underneath him. He's gonna go in for the shot. He misses basically everything, and he flies almost into a tree, but not quite. Now he goes vertical. I try to get some shots in, but look at the energy discrepancy here, and look at how much speed I am losing in a span of like 12 seconds. I know this is suicide. I know I cannot chase him up there, but I have to. If I don't kill him there, I die. Unless we get this guy on our 6, and he is just going to miss everything somehow, and then plant into the ground in the backyard of little Tommy's garden. Yeah, I don't have words for this. That engagement took almost 4 minutes, and all I did was try to cut inside of a Yak 9 that wasn't reacting to what I was doing whatsoever. We are going downwards, and normally a Spitfire will pull in very easily there, but this thing just does not have any sustained capabilities. Now, if you are this Spitfire, that's a Mark 5C, the one with 420 mils and a very maneuverable airframe, you stall out the Yak 3, and then you decide to full commit it. Yeah, I just wanted to put that in there. Not entirely sure what his idea was, but if you have someone stalled out, why the hell would you ever fly into his guns? Just peel off, break off, separate a little bit, pull back in, and you get the freest kill of existence without taking yourself out. Now we're diving on an F8F, and this guy is talking mad shit in chat, so you already know that I'm going to be taking it. Get above him, do a turn, look at my speed. It's not the fact that I killed this guy, it's not the fact that I won this engagement, because I should, looking at the energy discrepancy. We're now going basically the same energy state in like, what, 5 to 10 seconds? This thing is barely playable, and especially when you are fighting multiple opponents. The clipped wings, it's in the name. It's in the name. Do not fall for the trap. This is one of the worst planes that you can play at this battle rating. I'd rather be in a C file. And that's saying something, because I've been holding over playing the FR47 for I think the last 7 years. There's a reason for that. And not much to talk about this dogfight. It's an F82 that actually tried to stick. And while this might be a Spitfire with clipped wings, that is still an F82. And this engagement with the Yak 3U will encapsulate exactly what I think about this video and this plane as well. This Yak 3U has a particular fighting style. He really had that dog in him. And I'll show you exactly why these two planes are the exact same BR in terms of capabilities. So we pitch on over, we energy trap him. Now he is busy trying to find his lunch or something under his seat, so he's not really looking at me. He couldn't find it, so I gave him 40-20 mils in return, and it barely killed him, because the Yak 3U damage model is an absolute joke. Now this FOU has been sitting in absolute orbit for the entirety of this match, so I'm gonna try to bait him by going for the B-24, so we can maybe try and 2v1 him. Now he has been sitting at altitude, he's been very fast, he's been very disciplined, so I want to give him a basically free kill, or at least more free than the CW already is, by pitching into the B-24. The issue with this plane is literally just the retention. If the retention was a little bit better, it would be completely okay. It would actually be pretty decent. The issue is just that for some reason when you clip off like 2 inches of that wing, and I know that's a massive amount, it just stops functioning as a plane. And I wonder if that's the case in real life, but I highly doubt it. Now here comes a head-on with an FU-4B, scary plane, I know. But I'm gonna take this head-on because I need to kill him. And just like that, he is out of the match. And just to wrap up this video with the perfect encapsulation of what I felt like playing this plane, the last game on Poland. Luckily, they removed the automatic ticket bleed from 99% of the maps. Unfortunately, this 1% isn't one of them. K4 comes in and the roll rate here comes in clutch, but look at my speed. And the only reason I'm gonna hit this guy is because he's just gonna do this. This is the kind of highlights that I'm gonna be showing you today. And the only reason that I kill him is because he decides to go back vertical without actually turning too much. So I'm able to just climb into him and get the easiest kill known to man. Because what the hell was that? But it's not about this kill, it's about the guy that comes right after. I know that today's video basically has been slop, But so has been this edition. And I just want to warn you that this thing is not worth your time. So I am not going to invest my own time to show you how bad it is by getting the perfect game. With some vehicles, I just can't do it. Right now, I cannot physically do it. And I'm having fun making content right now. I had pretty decent amount of fun playing War Thunder right now. And this plane, it feels like pulling out my nails one by one with a tweezer. It's fantastic. Now, let's take a look at this engagement right here. Yak 3U, he is going to be flying away from me for a little bit. Tempest on my right, and I'm just going to wait for this Yak 3 to do something, so I'm going to start climbing. I do want to dive into him. The issue is that every bit of speed that I pick up over 450 kilometers an hour basically disappears the second I touch my controls, so I don't want to start my dive too early. I want to make sure that I have the speed when I merge with him. Now those planes are leaving us alone. Yak 3U has turned around, so we go shoot in the head-on, and then look at this engagement. He just did a 180. We are faster, and we need to wrap this up in one turn. And that's what every Spitfire would do in this engagement. He just straight up dies. I'm already halfway behind him at this rate normally, but because I'm in the clipped wing, I barely get out of his guns, and then even with the flaps at the top of my loop, waiting for him to pitch into me, I'm not able to get my guns on targets, and then the tickets end. It's fantastic. I'm never touching this plane again. I hope you do the same. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.